Yeah, just very proud of our guys. I really, this has been a journey that started last May, and really almost like a quest, if you will, for the guys who were part of that team that didn't get an opportunity, and they wanted to remove all doubt this year, and I'm proud of the way they handled that, and I'm proud of the way they've handled everything since then, and to put us in this position. So, great day for our guys.
Questions, Patrick? Right, hold on, Pat. Wait for the. You're right.
All eager, Liam. Along those lines, just how fulfilling is it to be able to punch through into the Final Four after what the last 12 months have been like for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was really hard last year for us not making the tournament, and we, I think the guys that were returning to the team set out right then and there and said that our goal is to win the national championship the next year. But at the same time, that took daily preparation, daily effort from every single guy on the team. And that starts, that's top to bottom. That's not just the guys that you just saw on the field just now. That's the guys that, don't really get a lot of, attention from the media or whatever it is. But those are the guys that make, the entire team better. And I think that that's what separates this team from other teams I've been on is the absolute buy-in from every single guy, whether you're a starter, reserve guy, not traveling, not dressing, whatever it is. Every single guy bought in. I think that's why we're where we are now, and where we are gonna get where we want to be.
Critical reserves.
Yeah, critical reserves. That's what the Admiral used yesterday. Yeah.
Questions?
Jack, any extra juice coming back here to Maryland, closer to home and playing out here?
Yeah, it felt good. I actually had never played here before. A lot of guys were asking me about that, but it's obviously an awesome venue, and the graduation ceremony they put on for us yesterday was pretty awesome too. So can't thank them enough. But just good to be back home. Easy drive down for my parents.
Patrick, and then Terry. Go ahead, Terry. Go ahead.
Jack, what do you attribute your performance to today?
I don't really know if there's one thing. I think our offense as a whole is really unselfish to the point where we don't let we let the defense dictate who's going to do the scoring, who's going to do the assisting. So it's really easy when my teammates put me in a great spot to succeed, and our coaching staff did a great job of prepping all week.
Liam, I think they got 2 goals in about a 35-minute span there in the middle of the game. I think from second into the fourth quarter. What was going right for you guys defensively? What was working for you?
I think it was just take it one play, one stop at a time. I think that's one thing we've done really well the whole year is having especially on the defensive end, having very little complacency. Whether things are going really well, really bad, or anything in between, we stay very poised, very even keeled, and I think that we really showcased that today. I mean, they're a very talented team. We knew their offense especially was very talented. A lot of really crafty players, and I think that we stayed very, very composed the whole way. Especially at the end, just obviously we knew that they're going to give us their absolute all when their season's on the line with a minute left or whatever it was, a few minutes left. And I think that just one stop at a time, and similar to what Jack said about the offense being unselfish. I think that the defense, just everyone did their role, didn't really overstep or understep. Just everyone just played their role and helped us secure the W.
Terry.
Kevin, to build on Jack's point, with respect to how Hopkins used 18 to try to limit Pat Cavanaugh's touches, how do you feel like the group responded?
We feel like we prepare for that constantly, not going into one game like, oh, we think they do this, they shut off. We try to play in what we call a positionless way that allows us to just play through something like that and not have to redesign the offense in the middle of a game if somebody does something unexpected to us. I think we've had 6 and maybe 7 different guys lead us in scoring in a game this year, right? And that says a lot right there, right? That we're taking what they're given, and we're not necessarily kind of a one-trick pony where, man, you take Pat Cavanaugh out of the mix and we fall apart. We've got a lot of different guys who can and are willing and prepared to make the plays if it's their day.
6 of your 12 goals came after either a turnover or a shot clock reset. How do you emphasize second chance opportunities?
I wouldn't say it's a special emphasis of us, except that creating those opportunities is a special emphasis for us. We love riding. We try to be really good at it, even when we don't 10-man or commit anything extra to it. We just take great pride in the hustle and the smarts that it takes to be a good riding team. And you see what a few of those turnovers do. When the defensive team feels so good about getting that stop, and they're right at the verge of clearing and getting the possession, and then the ball comes right back at them again. That's really disheartening, and our guys know that. So we work really hard at that part of the game, and our guys take great pride in it.
Patrick and then Ed.
For both Liam and Jack, kind of a big picture question on the impact that Brian Tevlin has had on this team at both ends of the field. How would you kind of size up what he's been able to do for you guys, just doing just a little bit of everything, it seems like, over the course of the season, including today?
I can take it. I think Brian's one of the hardest working guys I've ever been around. It's pretty funny to see, he's when he gets his long pole and he's going man down, but it's truly special what he's capable of doing, and it shows out there on the field today.
Yeah, I think building off of that, I think that he just talked about the stuff you see on the field. I think the things that you see in the you guys don't see in the locker room, which we do and Coach does, is just the incredible leadership that he has from his experiences, elsewhere that he brought here. But he also did it in a very unassuming manner. He didn't come in and just try to overstep the seniors and fifth years and say, well, I was a captain at my previous school, like I'm the king of the locker room. All of a sudden, he came in very unassuming, and but at the same time, taught the seniors and the fifth years, some ways on how to operate and how to get to the places where he's been. On and off the field, an incredible addition.
Liam, this was a Johns Hopkins offense that scored 22 goals on 53 shots against Bryant. Today, they had 4 goals on 12 shots in the first half. How'd you guys limit their opportunities?
I think that we did a good job playing one-on-one defense. I think that's something that's been kind of a consistent thing for us all year. I think that, honestly, they didn't. I'm looking. I had 10 saves. They scored 9 goals. So that's 19 shots on goal. So that's not me. That's a testament to our defense. If they're taking 19 shots on goal, and the other ones are shots that are going wide, which might mean it's not great opportunities for them. I think that's just incredible. Full effort by our defense, forcing only 19 shots that get put on cage, and the ones that were on cage were ones that for generally speaking I like to see. That's just, I don't know. I think just an incredible performance by our defense, holding the really, like you just said, really talented team to below, double-digit goals is, real testament to the guys that, I'm lucky enough to have in front of me.
Kevin, it was a close game in the middle of the third quarter, early in the third quarter, and they've been a team this year that's kind of been able to put some teams away in the fourth quarter. What, if you had to point out one or two things that may have been in your edge, what would they maybe be?
We play a lot of guys, and we have a lot of guys that are very good at the roles that they play for us. I think that matters because the consistency of what we do, across the game. I will mention, by the way, this is the most questions by 5 that we've ever gotten in one of these press conferences after the game. I've been doing this for 35 years. I never sat here for longer than 3 questions. So thank you guys for paying attention to the game. Honestly, I think our guys were just, we try to be very, very, very consistent, and it's what we talk about, with our decision making, with our fundamentals, with those kinds of things, because we think that if we can do that, the playmakers will come alive within that, and instead of kind of going about it the other way around. And so that, I think, allows us to have runs during a game where we're just continuing to pound, but now all of a sudden, a bounce here, a shot there, a rebound, whatever, a ground ball can make a big difference, and or turnover in the clearing game, whatever. So I think it's that consistency that we aim for, and that allows us to have runs like that in a game.
For Liam and then Kevin, just coming up in the semifinals here against Virginia, the only team you lost to in the regular season, just how big of a motivating factor is that getting to the championship?
Yeah, I mean, that's the one team that we haven't beaten. It's kind of doesn't need to be said. Obviously, we have 2 losses to UVA. I think that I think we all realize that we're staring down a really talented team in all aspects of the at every part of the field. But at the same time, I think we just got to really approach it like we do every other week, and don't really let the big stage get to us. Which I think that we did a good job of that today. I mean, there was a lot of people there, very very iconic atmosphere, and we didn't really. I don't think it really fazed us at all. So we need to do make sure we're doing the exact same thing next week. And I mean, again, we're playing a really talented team, but I think that we got to show up in all aspects, and that starts frankly that starts tomorrow, just with recovery, and then having good days of practices that lead up to the game on Saturday, and put us in the best spot to put our best foot forward.
Yeah, listen, they beat us twice, straight up, right? We don't have any excuses, and I don't think our guys look for any excuses, but I don't think you'd find one guy in our locker room that doesn't think that we're looking forward to this third matchup. So, that is what it is, but that's just like saying, the game, however many games we've won this year, those don't matter anymore either. All that matters is what we do next Saturday. We're ready for that challenge, and I think excited about that challenge.